Everyone, this is a message to all Arafmi employees. I'm contacting you to make sure that we all stay connected during this difficult time and to make sure that we provide as many updates as possible on the ever-changing landscape that COVID-19 pandemic has caused. Firstly, I want to thank you all as employees for being incredibly flexible and professional and dedicated to the roles that you've been delivering. Some of you have had to work from home during this time, and I appreciate that that's created some challenges in managing family and work-life balance. And for the majority of you who aren't able to work from home whilst providing essential services, I realise that you're providing supports outside of your comfort zones during this time. I want to reassure you that Arafmi are only going to continue to provide essential services and that we will not put staff at risk in the provision of those. If you do feel that you're at risk in any particular way, please contact your line manager for further guidance and advice about the services that you can and can't provide during this time. So I'd like to give you a couple of updates. Many of you will be aware, if you've been watching the news, that the government have passed legislation on the JobKeeper scheme. The JobKeeper scheme, it's been in the press quite a bit, and it provides eligible organisations the capacity to pay employees $1,500 per fortnight before tax. At the moment, Arafmi are not eligible for this scheme due to our revenue, but myself, the board, Melody, the CFO, and our finance team are keeping a really close eye on this to make sure if we do become eligible that we act on it immediately. But just to confirm, at the moment, we're not eligible for the JobKeeper scheme, but we are keeping an eye on it. That said, we recognise that some services have been impacted, and we know that some employees have had slight decreases in their shift patterns. If any of you are experiencing financial hardship or you're worried about your roles, please contact the manager that was outlined in the email that we sent to all staff last week. The managers are ready to support you with whatever we can. And we want to make sure that you're not alone in this space, and that we will work with you through any challenges that you have. We will work with you to provide a positive outcome. So please get in touch with us if you think that's your situation. So where are we at now? So we want to keep you connected and give you a chance to stay in touch with the leadership team. And we've come up with an idea to try and help with that. On Thursday next week, so that's Thursday the 16th of April, myself and the senior leadership team are going to hold a Q&A session over Zoom. So we want to invite all employees to touch base with us on Zoom, to give us some questions around your current worries or suggestions that you might have about how we can manage the pandemic differently with regards to service delivery. And we want to be able to answer any questions that you've got. So on Tuesday, you'll get an email sent out from our customer experience team. So that's our marketing team, Jen and Leanne, with some information around how you can engage in that Q&A. It's going to be open to all employees, and I'd really encourage you to participate in that if you can. It will give you a chance to ask any questions that you want or have any information clarified. Additionally to that, and to help keep you safe, we have changed all of our client support plans where possible to make sure that we're only providing essential services and we're not increasing the risk of employees to unnecessary exposure to the community or to anybody who's unwell. But I recognise that you might want to ask some more questions about that. So again, I want to encourage you to use the Q&A on Thursday as best you can. So that's Thursday the 16th of April at 5:30 p.m. But you'll get more information about that in an all staff email on Tuesday next week. So finally, I just want to reiterate my thanks to you all for the incredible work that you've been doing over the past couple of weeks. Generally in mental health services, your work's hard anyway. It's always challenging to find the balance of challenging people to work through the recovery, but also to create an environment of staying healthy and well. I think as an organisation, Arafmi are really good at that, and that's largely down to you as support workers and people who are working in the back end to make sure our services work. But I know this time is incredibly difficult. So I want to give my absolute heartfelt thanks to all of you who are out there working incredibly hard, incredibly professionally, and very dedicated to the clients that we're serving to make sure that they're getting essential supports. For those of you who are working over the Easter period, I want to thank you for taking time away from your families and your loved ones at home to provide these essential services. We cannot survive as an organisation or the services that we provide without people being willing to do that. For those of you that are staying at home over the Easter period, I want to wish you some rest, some recuperation, and time to take some quiet time for your families. And I'm going to encourage you not to check your emails and to completely switch off from work if you can. I know we've all got different challenges during this time, but you all deserve some rest and some time away from work. So please be kind to yourself and be kind to each other at this time. But please remember, you're not alone. I don't say that lightly or in a cheesy manner. You're really not alone with Arafmi. And if you do need some support, talk to the managers that were outlined in the email last week or contact me directly and I'll make sure you get a prompt response. Okay, so for now, take care. We'll send out an email on Tuesday and we'll see as many of you as possible on Thursday the 16th at 5:30. Thanks, everyone.